Hey, I'm Courtney Waterman, your tutor. Lover of anime, manga, and math. And you just tuned into another session of Tutor Me Senpai. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're jumping into a 10th grade topic, finding the complement of sets. As always, if you have any questions at all, feel free to put them in the comment box below. If you have questions about your own homework like see on this channel, remember you can visit me on Facebook at Tutor Me Senpai and tell me all about it there. When you find this video helpful, remember to leave a like, hit the notification bell, smash the subscribe button, and share this video with a friend. Well, without further ado, let's talk a little bit more about finding the complement of sets. When talking about the complement of sets and how to find them, there's another set that needs to be discussed first. This set is called the universal set. And for this video, we're going to denote the universal set with a big U. Let's go over an example that shows exactly why the universal set is super necessary when talking about finding complements of sets. So let's say you have set A. And A equals 1, 2, and 3. Well, the complement of A is defined to be everything that is not in A, but is in the universal set. So you can't even find the complement of a set without first knowing what the universal set is. So now that we discussed its importance, what is the universal set? Well, the universal set is going to be the big set that A is a part of. So if we were to draw it, you can see the universal set as this box. And A would be something inside the box. So if A is 1, 2, 3, the universal set will have to at least be 1, 2, 3, but it could be so much more. So let's say it was a 4, 5, 6, whatever. As long as the universal set is at least as big as A, you have a set in which you can now use to find the complement. So let's say our universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as we just drew. Our universal set is bigger than A, and you see that A is a part of this. You have 1, 2, 3 that's also in our universal set. Now we can find a complement. A complement is denoted by either a tick or A with a C up there. Both of these can be used to denote a complement. So I'm going to use a tick right now. A tick is everything that's not in A, but is in the universal set. So it's going to be another set, and we go one by one. So 1, is that in A? Yes. 2, is that in A? Yes. 3, is that in A? Yes. So all of these 3 here are in A, thus they are not in a complement. Everything that is not in A, but is in the universal set. So we're just looking at 4, 5, and 6 because those don't exist in A, but they're in the universal set. Now, is 7 part of a complement? No, 7 is not in a complement because 7 is not a part of U, the universal set. That is why it is necessary to have a universal set, because without it, you wouldn't know what you can put in your complement. You need a set that is well defined and contains A. Once you have both of those, you can easily find your A complement. So 7 is not a part of a complement. So let's look at the example of these blocks. Remember, sets don't have to be numbers. You can use blocks as well, or anything. These blocks are going to make up our universal set. And you notice that we have a smaller set, A, that has some of the same blocks from our universal set. We want to use these two sets to figure out a complement. Well, the first thing we have to do is figure out what blocks are in A. You can't find what's not in A if you don't know what is in A. So we have this tan block and this green block. Now we want to go through our universal set and remove any blocks that look exactly like what we have in A. Anything left over is going to come into our A complement, and we're going to construct our A complement that way. So the first block, is this block also in A? Yes. So we're going to remove it. We don't want that. Our next block, is this block also an A? No. Although it has the same shape, we don't have the same color. So this is going to be an A complement. How about this shape? Is this an A? No. So we want that in A complement. How about this shape? Is this an A? Yes. We have the same shape and the same color. So we don't want it. We want to remove it. How about this? Well, it's the same color, but it's not the same shape. So we can put this in A complement. So now, by removing what was in A, we found out everything that's not in A, and we have constructed our A complement. Let's talk about how this is going to look in a Venn diagram with shading. So remember, we have our box, our universal set U, and we're going to have this set A inside. Well, A complement, if we want to shade A complement, well, that's going to be everything that's not in A but is in U, so we're going to end up shading the outside, just like this. The shaded region is A complement. Everything that's in our U but not in our A. Notice that there is no shading inside set A. All the shading is in our box, but we're excluding set A. We can do the same thing with unions and intersections of sets as well. So the intersection is going to be this region here, right? Everything in A and in B. But if we want the complement of the intersection, that's going to be everything but the intersection. So that's going to look like this. We're going to shade that this way. Now you see we're going into A, we're going into B, but we're leaving the intersection alone. We don't want anything in an intersection. This is how the complement of an intersection would look. You can kind of figure out how this is going to look based on our first two examples, right? A union B, you know that's going to be everything in both A and B, including the intersection. So we want to find A union B's complement. That's going to be everything outside of this, and it's going to look very similar to our first example of shading, in which we leave everything inside the circle untouched, but we shade everything outside the circle. So this is how our complements work. As long as you know what's inside your set, you can figure out what's outside the set as long as you're in your U. One thing to note about the universal set is that it doesn't have to be much larger than the sets within it. So let's say we had set A, and that was just 1 and 2. The universal set doesn't have to be much bigger than that. You can have the same set. What that will mean is, for A complement, you would have nothing that's not in A, but is in the universal set. So this would be the empty set. Likewise, if A was the empty set and U was 1, 2, 3, well, A complement would be everything not in A, but is in the universal set. So A complement ends up being the entire universal set. So let's look at our example for today. We have U, A, B, and C, our universal set, and 3 smaller sets. We want to find A complement, B complement, and C complement. We're also going to shade them. We're going to draw the Venn diagram and shade them so we know what they look like. So let's start with A and A complement. If U equals and A equals, A complement is going to be everything that is not in A but is in the universal set. So is A in A? Yes. So we don't want that. Is B in A? No. So we do want that. So let's start writing that B. How about C? Is C in A? Yes. So we don't write that. How about D? D is not in A, so we write that one. E? It is here, so we leave it alone. And how about F? That's also here. So A complement is simply going to be B, D. So if we were to draw this out with our Venn diagram, we would have A, C, E, F, and we would have B and D out in our universal set, and a complement shaded is simply going to be B and D. So that is a complement. How about B? What would B complement be? Well, is A and B? No. So B complement is going to have A. Is B and B? No. So B complement is going to have B. How about C? Is C and B? Yes. So we don't write that. How about D? That's also in set B. How about E? Yep, that's in set B as well. How about F? No. So we want that. So B complement is going to be A, B, F. And that's set B, that's set U. So we're not saying that B is out here. That's the lowercase b that we're looking at. That's the set name for that one in there. But you see the shaded is once again not touching anything inside. We're only looking at the set A, B, F that's outside, that's left over in our set U. How about set C? What is C complement? Is A in C? No, so we want that. How about B? Nope. C? Nope. D? Nope. E? Yes. So we don't write that. F? Yes. We don't write that at all. So C complement is going to be the set A, B, C, and D. C complement is going to be the shaded region only hitting what's in this set here, A, B, C, and D. So I hope you're able to follow on today's example. Remember, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to put them in the comment box below. I'd love to be able to help you as much as I possibly can. If you have questions about your own homework that you see on this channel, remember you can visit me on Facebook at Tutor Sempai and tell me all about it there. If you haven't done so already, remember to leave a like, hit the notification bell, smash the subscribe button, and share this video with a friend. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I really hope this helped with your homework, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. I'm Courtney, and this is another session of Tutor Me Senpai.